as far as we are concerned in Luo land, they're associated with wealth, but the wealth that they bring is different from the wealth the ancestors bring. So there's those two kinds of spirits, the ancestral spirits and then the elemental spirits of the water, because water is an element, isn't it? Right? And then the air element, like you said, Yamo, spirits are made out of, composed of fire and air elements. But again, we have water spirits as well. Now, when it comes to that, the kind of wealth that the ancestors give you, and this is why the ancestors insist that it is better to work with them than with, say, elementals, is that the kind of wealth they give you can be traced. For instance, someone will say, hey, Jagero, oh no, you see, he's wealthy because his grandfather, whose grandfather left him some land or blah, 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 some business, something that passed down back to you. But the kind of wealth that the elemental, say like a jinn, will bring you is very, nobody can see the source. Right? Today you'll be like this, Jagero. Tomorrow you'll wake up. Finally, you're like the richest man in the world. Well, and people will be wondering, wait, what is this person even doing? Yeah, what are you doing? What's going on? What's going on with you? So it's about the wealth that can be, whose source rather, where the source can be seen and where the source can't be seen. And we've seen this even in mythologies, stories, folktales, Luo folktales, where the tale of Nyamgondo, who picked an old lady from the lake, and then she came with a lot of wealth. And then when he scorned her, she went right back and carried all her things, all the cattle, all the livestock, all the wealth she came with, all followed her back into the ocean.
This Nyamgondo Mawurumbare story, it basically talks about that, the wealth that you can get from the water. Or from the
water
air.
Spirits, yeah, from the elemental spirits.
Elemental spirits.
Yeah. And even when you get that kind of wealth, you have to be very careful. It's not something that is yours, because it can always go back. It can always disappear. There's always some kind of condition that you have to fulfill, one. Or two, even when you pass on, your descendants have to continue fulfilling some of those conditions, which is why we say the wealth that is given through certain elementals, not all, leads to you paying in perpetuity with your descendants, right? So that could also be another source of a generational curse. You might not know your grandfather's grandfather may have been Nyamgondo or done something similar to Nyamgondo, and therefore you people are wealthy. But again, down the line, you kind of have to fulfill certain conditions for you to keep or maintain that wealth.